This presentation is brought to you by Smoooth Productions.
Welcome to another edition of your Wednesday Night Sports Delight Platform Sports Talk Show. What's going on, party people? It is your boy Smooth. That is Smooth with 3 O's. Welcome to another edition of your Wednesday Night Sports Delight, the Platform Sports Talk Show. This is the main show. Back, feels good to be in front of your screens again, or if you're listening, or if you're watching, or should I say hearing or listening to Hot 365 Radio. We appreciate it, but this is once again the main show. We back. About to give you a couple hours of some great sports talk. Give y'all our thoughts, our opinions, our viewpoints, and just enjoy the conversation that we're going to have this evening about the world of sports, whether it's local or it's all around the globe. So need y'all right now to go ahead and just hit that share button, y'all. No matter if you're on Facebook, you're on the X, if you on Instagram, especially on YouTube, make sure y'all go and subscribe. Click on that bell so anytime we go live like we are right now, you'll be notified. But once again, hit that share button right now. Let's get even more people tuned in. They may not know that we've been doing this thing consistently every Wednesday for the last, it'll be 9 years, actually, in about a week and a half or so. So we're doing big things. We always provide great content, and we just want to add even more people to enjoy the Platform Sports Talk Show Network. So once again, we on Facebook, we on the X, we on IG. Go on YouTube, subscribe, click on that bell. Shoot us an email, platformsportstalkshow@gmail.com. Reason why I say that is because if you want us to maybe go out to your establishment, we can set up shop. It could be an amazing mansion that has a dope sports bar or sports room downstairs or whatever it is. Or a venue that would love to host the Platform Sports Talk Show Network, and we can do a show via remote. Or someone who may be an amazing guest or sports panelist that can just join the crew. We are welcoming all people who love sports to be a part of what we have. So shoot us an email, platformsportstalkshow@gmail.com. And as I said before, for those who may not be able to watch, it's cool. It is all good. You can still listen on hot365radio.com or via the app, no matter if it's on iOS or Android. They also have a Twitch channel, twitch.tv/hot365radio. Show love to that page as well. You can also catch the replay of our most recent show each and every Sunday at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Every first Wednesday of the month, you have Ladies Night, called the best panel of ladies who love sports. We have every last Wednesday of the month, the Man Cave, where anything can go down. And then outside of sports, you have my other Baby Smooth Conversations. If y'all have not tapped in, if y'all had not liked and subscribed to the page on YouTube by putting in Smooth Conversations, that's Smooth with 3 O's. Well, what's going on, y'all? Tune in, check that out, lock in. I have almost 2 years worth of amazing conversations from some amazing people who done big things, whether it's locally or globally, and they just getting their stories told on Smooth Conversations. So check that out. Also, go to beatdistrictradio.com, check out the website, download the app as well, and just be amazed by all the things going on with the district. Shouts out to my district family. So that is all in regards to the promo. Now, let's go ahead and bring in the panelists. This is one of those nights like it was about a month or so ago where, fellas, pray for me because I'm the only one tonight hold things down for the men. So we know the women going to try to take over and do their thing like it's ladies' night with Smooth on her, but we're going to have a good time with it. First, think she's ready. She have a nice little backdrop going on, a nice little luxurious home backdrop with the piano in the back. I think she may be in the kitchen for real, for real. But we're gonna still play it off like she's in a luxurious mansion or whatever she is right now. She's the host of Ladies Night. Bunny, good evening to you.
I'm not on mute. Woo! That's the first in a long time, right?
And also, shouts out to our favorite fan, Miss Dub, showing love
Hey,
right now.
Miss Dub.
But yes. Good to see you for the first time this month, Bunny. How has things been going for you?
Hey, life be lifing, but I'm here. A lot of sports action going on. I missed the last few shows, so I missed y'all talking about the Final Four on the women's and men's side. I missed us talking about open day for the Cardinals. I missed us talking about, I missed something else. What happened at the beginning of April? Something else happened. It's sports, right? It's always something going
Right,
on.
something always going on.
But yes, my nice little background is how I wish my house was looking right now, but we're going through some small changes. So yeah, we're just gonna put the fake one up for right now. We'll be back to our regular scheduled program about this weekend, hopefully.
It's all good. Just appreciate you being back on. As you were telling us before the show that you made some life changing moves and new job, more closer to where
Mm-hmm.
you're staying at now. So that
Mm-hmm.
whole transition period, Miss Dub
Mm-hmm.
showing you love as well. So there we go. Had to make
Yeah,
sure.
Miss Dub, I miss you, Miss Dub. It's been so long.
But yeah, I'm trying to recall now because yeah, you wasn't on Ladies Night this month, but I'm trying to think who was the guest that we had. Tip of the tongue, it'll come back to me, but it
It
was good.
wasn't Mahoney's wife, was it? But that was
No,
last month.
that was last month, but I'm trying to think
Okay.
who it was real quick.
Oh,
Oh,
Sharita.
yeah, there we go. Sharita came back in and it was like she never left, man. It was a great time, funny moments, man, especially about WWE. Oh my gosh, she had Joe and the wifey just and well, especially Joe in tears talking about back in the old days when there was WWF and
Right.
and and they had for real rated R storylines going on.
Did they back then? Back when you used to
Oh,
be on Channel 11?
all that. But now it was just hilarious because Joe just couldn't believe it when she heard some of these different storylines that they had back in the day. I'm like, if you think cancel culture was something then, if they had it back in the 90s, woo boy, boy. But no, that was a time. But once again, it's good to have you back on the main show. Up next, she's holding things down, of course, from the Boondocks, Joe Bo, aka the Ball Knower. What's happening?
What up? I'm keeping ball nowhere until I'm wrong about something. It hasn't happened yet. About a month into the season, if that. So, and I love my backdrop. I tried doing an updated version because it's even hotter now, but
Mhm.
I that's why I disappeared on the pre-show. I was supposed to sign in or log in to upload more backgrounds, but I'll get that done by next week.
Nice. Yeah, so as soon as you said how you haven't been wrong or anything, Bunny's face kind of like,
What have I been wrong about? I put a bet on my Astros to lose a series to the Mariners, and guess what? They got their asses swept out in Seattle. So I'm as dumb. But he can't talk. I've been spitting facts over here the last couple of weeks. Okay. Okay.
So okay. She gonna change her caption to Joe was always right.
Right. You know what? We're coming up on a year that your name's been that, so
Ooh.
we'll see what the
Already?
change. I
And think
mean,
about
Already.
it.
That's
This
right.
name
That's right.
came from the playoff Smooth. Remember when next month when I had Beyonce on here? Remember it was
Yeah.
because of OKC in the
Yeah.
playoff
So
against the
it
Pacers.
was it was I want to say it was like the end of June when it was made official because it was after the finals.
Okay.
yeah, I remember listening to that show when I was on my PTO with Clark. So
We're coming up on a year of my being right, Jobo. So you say you've been right. You okay? We'll see. We'll see.
Shouts
hi
out to
Mario.
Rio. He's showing love to the ladies. He ain't showing love to me. He just said hello, ladies. So he just bypassed the Smooth. It's all good though. It's all love. Pray for me, dude. Pray for me because it's the ladies takeover. And got one more we're gonna bring on because if you don't have some, come get some. Faith, how you doing?
I'm good, everybody. Good to be back. Feeling a little bit better. Glad to be on the main show tonight with everybody. Um, Glad to get to it. Let's get it. We got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight.
Yes, we do. Glad to have you back. And I know you mentioning you being under the weather. Sure, you and I both, like I was saying this about almost a month ago. I didn't have no voice. So I had to like postpone one of my smooth conversations because I couldn't even talk. it
I couldn't
was
speak.
that bad. Yeah, it was that bad. It was like
Yeah.
I had like this
Unsmooth
mucus.
conversation, huh?
Right. It was like I had this mucus that just would not like leave my system at all. No matter how much I cough, it just would not come up, and I just couldn't talk for a whole week. I'm like, well, for a couple of days. I'm like, oh my goodness, what is going on here?
I actually still have some. I still have some.
Mm,
Now but I'm still trying to get over it. I don't know if it's the season or what, but I'm still trying to get back to 100%. But I'm here.
Hey, Beyonce.
We're ready
But
to talk
I went to the
sports.
doctor twice in March. Faye. That's how bad it was.
I
mm.
mean, it's crazy. I don't know what's going on, but I'm here.
And see, like for me, I rarely get sick. So when it happens, it'd be like, whoa. So yeah, Rio, he's showing me love on IG. He said, "What up, Smooth? I'm not going to forget about you, fam." So I'll take that. I can't show it here because he posted on IG. So I see what you're doing, bro. No, it's playing. It's all good. Now it's great to have the ladies on for the main show. Shouts out and thank you to Sadal for holding things down last week. It was his first time on the show in quite some time. So thank you, bro, for being on and holding things down as well. So amazing time in sports. We're gonna get right into it, man, because we got a lot to discuss. And we know that Bunny gonna have to go ahead and step away in about an hour or so. So we want to go ahead and try to get as much in as we can. So with that being said, you now have my attention. What sports story or stories has your attention? So I'm going to go ahead, since I'm the only male here, I'm gonna go ahead and just get mine out the way now before y'all just take over. And I want to
Ben
I
first.
Yeah.
want to
Okay.
go
Well,
ahead.
before that, hi Bunny, hi JoJo. Before
Hello.
you get going, hi ladies.
Let's see that. There we go.
You know
This
what? That was a
take over
flashback
already.
right there. Everyone used to call me JoJo way back in the day. So
I'm sorry.
no, it was fine. I just haven't heard it in a little bit. But all right, Smooth, go for it.
Speaking of which, did you see that your boy I think it's Nick Jonas, he's going to be performing during WrestleMania?
Joe Jonas. But yeah, I did see that
Yeah, I was like, uh-oh.
national anthem. Yeah.
I'm like, uh-oh. Let's see. Oh, Miss Dub showing Fate some love because
Hey,
she
Miss
wants some fate.
Dub.
So she got some fate. There we
She
go.
got some tonight. Hey, Miss Dub. Appreciate you.
There we go.
Always tuning in.
All right. So since we have the ladies taking over, I'm gonna go ahead and start with this, man, because the ladies showed out, man. The WNBA draft went down this past Monday, and it was a big moment for the women. As you see, the ladies just came out like we gonna break the internet with these dresses and outfits on, and the ladies showed out this year. So shouts out to the 2026 draft class. Number one pick was Ozzy Fudd. She used to play with UConn. She's able to reconnect with Paige Buckers, so that'll be dope. Number 2 pick, Olivia Miles. Number 3, Awa Pham Thami for playing with the Seattle team. Olivia is with Minnesota Lynx. Number 4, Lauren Betts just won a title with UCLA. She's with the Mystics. Number 5, Gabriela Jaquez. Her brother is NBA player Jamie Jaquez, or Jaime as Joe like to call. So she got picked up by the Chicago Sky. Then we had number 6, Kiki Rice. And I actually have no idea what team that is. It's probably one of the new teams in the WNBA. So I got to find out. Miss Dub, let me know about the logo, because I didn't do my research on that team. So let me know about the logo. I'm about to find out real quick what team that is. The number 7, Iana Martin Carrion. Number 8, Flauze Johnson. Now, she was originally drafted by Golden State Valkyries, but then got traded to the Seattle Storm. And then number 8, Angela. What's that last name? Faith. You know, I'm gonna try you out.
No, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Looks like Dugalic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that. And then number 10, Raven Johnson. Let me go ahead and do a quick fact check on Kiki Rice and see what team your name is. It has to be one of the new teams. I got let me see. Okay, yeah, Toronto Tempo. That's one of the new teams this year for 2026. So Toronto Tempo. So I had to get used to that name. And then Yanya Martin. Let me see what team this is. Oh, Portland Fire. Okay, so those are the two new teams for the WNBA starting in 2026. Now, as we discussed before, ladies, this is still a disadvantage, especially for the rookies, is that 1 week they're playing in March Madness, especially if you went to the Final Four. Next week, you get drafted to the WNBA. Then the following week, you're starting training camp. And then in about a month, the first game of the season start. So that's a whole lot to handle coming from college
It's a lot.
to now playing, in the big leagues. Now something to highlight. As of course we discussed how we had the agreement with the WNBA and the whole CBA agreement. So now, prior to this year, the rookie scale, the average was like around $50,000-$60,000. That was the average per player. This year, 6 figures. 6 figures. Each player, especially if you're in the top 10, each player is averaging at least 6 figures. So that is amazing for these young ladies to come in. I believe Ozzy Fudd is making like $500 something thousand already. You know what I'm saying? Just off of her draft pick. So that is amazing, and gotta show love because it's been a long time coming. But congratulations to the draft class of 2026. And to continue on with the WNBA storyline, because Miss Dub, I came ready, you know what I'm saying, today for the WNBA. One of the biggest news that I was shocked about last week, Angel Reese got traded from the Chicago Sky to the Atlanta Dream. And this was a huge move. And I think we had a conversation last year about how she was kind of like unhappy with what was going on with the Chicago Sky. And Miss Dub says finally in regards to the pay. So I feel you, Miss Dub. But yes, we was just talking about how she hasn't really been happy with the direction of the Chicago Sky, and now she's going to the A. So it's going to be a good look, I think, for her and for the team. So that's one. I'll go ahead, Faith. I'm sorry.
I think it's important for her, with the renegotiation or the negotiation that happened with the WNBA in the offseason this year, for her to be traded at this time. I think it's super smart and super important for her to go and be traded right now. And I think that just gives her more negotiating and bargaining power at this point with the higher contracts that people are getting, entering the WNBA. That just gives her all the more negotiating power when it comes to the table and getting her a bigger and better deal when it comes to the table next year or for her next contract.
Right. And then on the flip side, when you think that, okay, Chicago lost Angel Reese, what are they going to do? Well, no problem. this is what they just did. They acquired Rakia Jackson, her third year in the league, one of the best players, one of the best young players in all of basketball. Skylar Diggins, one of the best players in all of basketball. What is her name? Dejanai Carrington. She's been traveling around the league, but she's a baller and doing her thing. Then, of course, they already had Camille from last year's draft pick. So the Chicago Sky reloaded, and as I said before, they drafted Gabriel Jaquez from UCLA. So this team might be making some noise now that they don't even have Angel Reese. So they came back like, okay, well, Angel Reese is gonna be lover, but we're gonna bring some people in, and now they probably like Angel who, just like that. They probably saying we had Angel. Oh, I don't even remember that, but he's gone. But the Chicago Sky made some big moves, so I am excited about this upcoming season. Rio says best thing for Chicago Sky. If you look at the draft picks, right? Exactly. And then lastly, this right here. Shouts out to the Queen, Aja Wilson, 3 year, 5 mil, biggest contract, the biggest historical deal in the WNBA. She is staying with the Aces, and the Aces have loaded up because they also just recently got Kennedy Carter. She used to play with the Chicago Sky a couple years ago. She didn't play this past year, but she's one of the best two-way guards in all of the WNBA, and now she's playing with the Aces, who's ready to defend their title. And of course, they won the title 3 of the last 4 years. So a lot of different storylines that I'm seeing starting to percolate in regards to the WNBA, and I am just definitely excited for the upcoming season. And the season starts very soon. More teams are going to be added. I believe Cleveland will be in the mix very soon. Bunny, I don't know if you heard, but it's going to be the return of the Houston Comets in a couple of years as well. So the league continues to grow, and I hope down the line that St. Louis is able to get a WNBA team. That would just be super amazing if that can happen.
Are you
But
gonna hold your breath on that one, Smooth?
no, I believe that can, out of any professional sport, I think we have a great chance of the WNBA out of the NBA, and of course, definitely out of the NFL. I feel that the WNBA can definitely come to St. Louis.
Okay. All right. Well, I hope that for you too. I want to see that happen. We'll
Yeah.
love that.
So, Bunny, your thoughts about what's going on in the W? Because I know that's been really one of your points that you wanted to get out, with the past few ladies' night shows.
Well, yeah, you done said all the topics that I was gonna have was got my attention. So now that you took all my thunder, I was all good though. But they were trending topics because since the last ladies' night, the women's final four didn't happen yet. And then with the WNBA draft, the expansion teams, the franchise that are moving, this max contract, right? It's a lot going on last week, and I'm here for it. Even though I'm still anti WNBA commissioner, but here nor there. At least they got that bargaining agreement. I'm glad they stuck through it. Sometimes it's easy to fold in when they did, put a little money in front of you, but they held out because it's not just the max contracts, the rookie contracts, the travel arrangements. Remember, they're talking about being on regular commercial lines, stuff that we don't think about, the behind the scenes stuff they wanted. So, also, some of the franchises are actually giving them their own facilities. Off the top of my head, I know Las Vegas Aces, and was it the Mercury? Somebody else that had their own facilities, but no one else did. So now more of the franchise are letting the ladies get their own facility. They don't have to share it. So this is again behind the scenes stuff we don't see, but that's important because if our male counterparts get it, while women can't get it. And again, with the whole collective bargaining agreement, the revenue's going up. They got the media deal. So where's our money? So I'm finally happy to hear that they got their coins. Now,
Yeah.
again, since you talked all about the WNBA, all these hot topics, I do have a different topic, but let me know when we can transition.
So yeah, before we do that, shouts out to a huge fan of the platform Sports Talk Show Network, Rody Herman. He says Adrian Wilson just signed an historic Supermax deal, 3 years of $5 million. But the biggest question, because we had this question on the show a while back, Bunny, and now that she actually won, I'm gonna ask it again. Where do you rank Adrian Wilson on your all-time greatest players list?
I don't think it's changed it, even though she had the championships and stuff. We again, who did I put on the? I won't say Mount Rushmore.
Cynthia Cooper.
But we had Cynthia Cooper. I had Lisa Leslie.
Right.
I had Cheryl Swoops.
Right.
I'm missing a guard. But my point is, signing Supermax, she earned it and she got the rings behind it. But again, guys, the stats got to stand the test of time, or you just thrown them to put them ahead of those young women. I say young women, to those vets. But I am happy to say, when you mentioned about Houston getting their franchise back, the Connecticut Sun is moving that franchise to the Houston to Houston area. And based off of what Faith said, Connecticut Sun didn't have any NBA franchise there in the other sports, and they were there for a few years. So there are a handful, but there are teams that are WNBA franchises that don't have NBA counterparts. So we can possibly get one here in St. Louis for that reason.
Okay. Faith, any input in regards to who you rank in regards to greatest players in the dub?
To be honest, I'm not my time with the WNBA goes way back. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in the same kind of like space as like everyone else, kind of like the Cheryl Swoops, like the Rebecca Lobos, you know, like those people.
Razi.
Yeah, those types of people are the people that I kind of respect in the game, and am happy to see them still kind of represent the game and like still being around and sticking around, and either in coaching roles or like commentating the game, and just like still showing respect to the game, which is honestly one of the things that I in the WNBA, I think it's one of the things that I think people don't talk about enough. And actually, I'm just thinking about it right now, because it's, like developing a little bit behind other sports. They have the opportunity to be able to put those players in roles, in the front office, in the general office, in commentator roles, in coaching roles. You know what I'm saying? Like, would love to see Dawn Staley. Obviously she's having great success in college basketball, but would love to see her in, the WNBA, if that's something that she would love to do, or would like to do at some point. I just think that it's a really good way to just continue to funnel these women and women into these roles, and I think that that's a great thing for the sport, and I hope that they continue to do that.
Yeah. And Joe, I know that you're the ultimate basketball expert, so I'll just wait till the end of the show, then you can give us your greatest rankings for WNBA players.
Too much knowledge, so we would have enough time on the show.
I totally understand. Let's wait till later on, and then we'll have greatness to take over. So I got you, Bunny. If you're ready, go ahead and tell us what has your attention.
Let's flip it to the NBA, because I know Smooth and my husband, a couple other Laker Nation fans out there, are a little salty right now. The NBA playing game starts when? Today, tomorrow?
I ain't salty.
That's today.
I'm just scared.
That's today. The playing is today.
The playing starts today. Okay, not salty, but
it was last night. It started last night.
Okay.
Yeah.
But without your two premier players, I mean, we can still say LeBron's the best in general. But as far as the Lake show going past their first round against the Rockets aren't that good, but the Lakers aren't good without having your scorer, your point, and Austin Reeves. Vintage LeBron can't do this by himself. 20-year-old LeBron could do this by himself back when he was with the Cavs first go round. Yeah, he could take them all the way to the finals. Not this LeBron with all these miles. It is a miracle could happen. And the craziest thing is Luka's been in Spain getting treatment, trying to speed this process up and heal and get back on the court. Even with that ain't sustainable. Like, you got to play the game. So the Luck Lake show, but it is definitely not even just looking good for the home team. to be competitive. Like I can see blowouts happening. That is not basketball we want to see night after night. But hopefully I'm wrong. But what's my subtitle say? Bunny was right. Just call it out, Laker Nation. Sorry, y'all. I was rooting for y'all,
but yeah, I will say Smooth was very open and honest about this last week. So he's.
What are those odds? Is what I want to know. What are those betting odds that at this point the Lakers make it to the finals?
They are a huge underdog. I'll tell you that right now. Huge underdog.
But I've seen that before because I actually watched a video. Because like, what was it like? What year was it when they had like? I think first had Kobe and like Shaq. I think they were a huge underdog. I don't know what year. Maybe 2008, 2009. Maybe I'm wrong.
That's different because they're not injured. If they had no Kobe and Shaq, yeah, but
I know. Yes, it's different, but I don't know.
So is Saturday's game their first like play-in game or whatever?
Playoff game, yeah.
Okay. Well, right now they're a plus 170 compared to Houston's minus 205. So Houston's obviously the favorite.
170 to 205. That's not huge. That's not a huge disparity.
Well, I'm saying like Houston's a minus 205, which is good compared to Lakers plus 170.
Right.
So Houston's the big favorite right now.
And Joe, you were saying that I was being open last week about what?
About the Lakers and just you're being real about it, about where they stand right now. So I mean, lots of injuries and LeBron's getting old, obviously, and and even if
can't do it by himself, man.
Yeah. So I mean, that's how it is sometimes. You're great for so long, and then goes away at some point.
Yeah. And I said last week, because of what's going on, unless a miracle happens that Reeves and Doncic comes back and they go all the way and win, I can see this being LeBron James last year with the Lakers. I can see that.
What would be his reason for leaving if he was trying to stay with Bronny? Bronny can't leave. If he leaves, he's still on a contract, right?
Man, LeBron, as much as he loves the narrative of playing with his son, he still wants the championship.
So where y'all think he's gonna go? Who want to take him and give up what to get him? Like, he a free agent, right?
Exactly. So
who's gonna spend the money to get him and keep him and have a good roster to complement him?
So I mean, he's at the point where he's not even demanding a max contract because he ain't gonna get it first off because he's too old now. But he just want to be in a situation where the opportunity to win. Now, with that being said, a lot of people have been speculating going to my wife ain't gonna like this at all, but Golden State. He wants to play with Steph Curry before he retires.
Yeah, now, why wouldn't Jaime like that?
Because she likes LeBron James, but she don't like LeBron James.
Make it make sense. Come on, Deontay, chime in. Make it make
you know sense. What? Though I get that. Like, I like Aaron Judge, but I don't like Aaron Judge. It's just that's just how it is. But I totally get that. But man, then you guys could just like cheer for the same team.
But like, don't Deontay love KD? So wouldn't you want to, care about what KD doing, whatever team he's on, and not be anti-LeBron? Like, am I missing something?
No. I mean, like even now, what I'm saying, of course, you're gonna be going for Houston. So, like, I guess Saturday, like you said, Joe, the first game. So our household is gonna be divided.
It's just so bad.
It's gonna be divided. I'm saying this whole series, I'm gonna be like, let's go Lakers. She's gonna be like, let's go Rockets. So, but we enjoy that. Rio says or asks, will KD show up, or will he just go through the motions, knowing that the Lakers aren't fully healthy? That's a great question, and stay tuned, because now the good thing with this Rockets team is that they have a great nucleus. So now here's the biggest narrative about KD, or the biggest thing that people are putting on him, is that he couldn't win a championship without being with Steph Curry and Klay Thompson and all them when he won. Can he be the guy to lead a team to a championship?
But he don't want that role.
That's what I was going to say, is that he always has said he's just a baller. He's just a shooter. He doesn't think about being the leader or being the reason why the team wins. But if he puts up steady numbers, Houston's gonna be fine. It's gonna be all about the other pieces around him. But I really love Amen Thompson. Man, that dude there, he I think third year in the league, one of the best defenders, jumpers, athletes in the game. He and his brother Assure. Uh, just amazing. Then you got Seguin, the center. He's one of the best players in the league. They have a nice young nucleus. So that's what I'm afraid of, is that Houston has too many pieces, especially if Luka and AR are not playing. So I'm going to be nervous every game and just hoping for a miracle. The wifey says she wants someone younger and better for the Warriors.
Damn, JR, just say what you really mean. I mean,
Now,
damn.
damn.
She just had to say better. Miss Dub says even in Cleveland when he was young, LeBron could do on his own. Show couldn't. I mean, he took him there.
He came to the final. That's why I said he took him to the finals, but not over it.
Yeah, he took him there.
But if the Rockets, if everything goes right, no one gets injured, they're going to defeat the Lakers. But their second round, they still young. Now they did some damage in the last playoffs last year, but I don't still see them getting far enough yet. OKC. Oh well, we'll do predictions in a couple weeks. Never mind. But I don't think the Rockets are going to get far either. That's just my 2 cents.
Now Brody says LeBron James is going back to Cleveland for the third time. I can see that too.
Ooh,
Third
I
time's
can
the charm.
see that.
I can see that too.
I
I
can
ain't gonna
see
lie.
that.
Okay. Third time's the charm, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can see that
But
too.
you think him and Donovan Mitchell there together, like, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I
If,
can see
if,
that.
if Donovan wants to experience going to an NBA final, come on in, LeBron.
He can't do it with his people he got right now because you don't think out the East they could defeat the Boston. I had this conversation with my nephew the other day because he's a big Cavaliers fan. He's like, they going all the way. I said, but Tatum's back and he's been balling.
Right.
So you just think Cavaliers just gonna walk their way to the finals?
And
No, sir.
you cannot sleep on the Detroit Pistons.
Oh,
No,
them
you cannot.
too. You're right.
No, you
You're
cannot.
right.
You
They
can't
still
sleep.
not gonna get to the final. The Eastern Conference Finals. I don't
You don't
know.
know that.
I'm excited about the
You
Eastern
can't
Conference.
say that, Bunny, because who would have thought the Pacers would have went to the finals last year?
But what's his name? Got injured, didn't he? From
He's
the
back.
Pistons. He's back. Okay.
Hey, Cunningham, he's back.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah, he's back.
But don't forget, regular season playoffs is different. So even playoff Pistons
No.
playoff, Pacers was not going to do nothing because of Halliburton still being out. But I'm just saying, all we can do is our predictions next time. We can get into the weeds. Let's just leave it there.
Miss Dub says if he does, which is I believe LeBron, it would be for nostalgia, not for a championship. So going back to Cleveland. Ooh.
Nostalgia?
Could it be for both?
Ooh.
Yeah, I can see both.
Yeah.
You don't think both? Who you said for that ring? She's saying both. So
See,
who's right or
it could be
who's
for
wrong?
both. He can pretend in his mind that it's for both.
Rio says they can go far if KD leads with the dog mentality and passive. They have enough pieces to make a run. Yes, what I was saying is that they got the guys.
So they gonna send KD to Cleveland too? I mean, they could.
Oh no. KD already signed an extension with the Rockets, so he ain't going.
Oh,
You
okay.
know something good down there with them young boys. Mm-hmm.
Yep. So yeah. But yeah, so far, great comments. Keep them comments going. Once again, for those watching, hit the share button. That's all we asking. Hit the share button. Let's get even more people tuned in. Jobo, what has your attention?
Should I mean we're gonna talk baseball, so I'll just get the Blues hate out of the way.
Not the hate.
These guys, okay, they just piss me off. You see how good they're gonna end the year with? What, 80-something points, but still miss the playoffs. And they've been playing great, but I'm happy for Jimmy Snuggerud. Like,
that distressed look you got right now, talking about that. How many beers have you had? You were just distressed about it.
I haven't had a single beer. Water, H2O, okay? No beers this week. I just it's just so annoying that it keeps happening like this. I know I've talked about it on the show, but Like, why do they suck for the majority of the year and then turn it on? And I probably said the exact same thing last week, but it was even more frustrating because they played good hockey. Like, they were down 4-0 last night and came back to win the game 7-4, I think, or something like that.
I was
What?
like, dang, they came back and won.
Anyways, like I said,
Blues did it. Both city teams did it for y'all. Both came back and gave y'all the dub. So
I'm pissed. Like I said though,
Oh,
like Jimmy
yeah.
Snuggerud, I'm super pumped for this guy. I know
Great
we said I
question,
think
Cody. Great question, Cody.
beginning, did the Blues move on from Jordan Bennington or Colton Parayko this offseason? I think there's a higher likelihood of Bennington, and he's kind of starting to acknowledge that. I've seen some quotes about that. Parayko, I think he's saying he's too close to breaking records, like Plager records and whatnot. So I think he'll be here and his girlfriend's from here, so why not? But Bennington, I think we talked about it last week or maybe 2 weeks ago. Ferrario, what he said, the only reason why I don't think he will leave is because we don't have like a legit backup goalie in the minors, and you don't want to go waste money on a backup if you still just have Bennington. But I don't think it's his team anymore, so I think it's Hofer's team. But I guess this summer will be very interesting. Is Kyrou going to be here? Is Buchnevich going to be here? Thomas, I think so. You got like guys like Thomas, Neighbors, and Snuggie, and oh my gosh, why am I blanking on the guy's name we got last year? Smoooth, help me out. Holloway. Like those 4 guys are dudes right there. What pisses me off is that now they're like slated at a 10 pick and you're not going to get anyone elite. Like, that's what pisses me off. You could have just played bad hockey like you did for the majority of the year and get a really good pick possibly. And now you just get average. So I don't know what to do with that. One thing that gets me kind of excited, like I mentioned with Snuggie, you got, Snuggie and Thomas and Holloway, like beginning of the year with the Cardinals and All-Star break or Olympic break for the Blues is who's the athlete in St. Louis that gets fans excited, and I think you're starting to see a little bit from the Blues and from the Cardinals now that the fans could get excited about, oh, I'll buy a jersey, or maybe not a jersey, but I'll buy a jersey, and I'll be really excited to go see Mason Wynn and JJ Weatherholt and Jordan Walker and then Snuggie. And it's always been fun and exciting to see Thomas and Holloway. So I think that's exciting when you want to try to look at it that way. We all know the Cardinals aren't going to like compete for anything crazy this year, but there's positives to look at and to look forward to. And that's what I'm trying to look forward to as a city, because I'm already excited about the Cardinals in general. But the Blues just, yeah.
Pray for
She's
Joe.
so hurt.
Pray for Joe. Faith, what has your attention?
Y'all, I'm gonna talk some tennis talk, and for me, it's my girl Coco. I'm a little worried about her. Going into the clay court season. She had a really, really good clay court season last year. She is currently ranked number 4 in the world. She is, doing okay. But I guess when you're talking about the world of like tennis rankings and you talking about like points falling off and having to like defend points, she has a very, very like hard road ahead of her. Going into the next several big WTA tournaments, 1,000 tournaments plus, right? Because going into Madrid this year, which is the next big major tournament, she's actually playing in the Boss Open. I think she plays tomorrow. I don't know if it's 1,000 tournament or a little bit less, but she does play tomorrow. We'll see what those results are. I think that she's playing that tournament. I don't remember her playing it. Maybe she played it last year. And I'm sure she's probably doing it to try to increase some of these points in case she's unable to defend, because she, again, has very, very good results last year. In the Madrid Open, she was a semifinalist. She has 390 points to defend. It's a fast clay court altitude, quicker points. She obviously was a semifinalist last year. She has those points to defend. That tournament starts on April the 22nd. And then right after Madrid in Spain, she rolls into the Italian Open, which is in Rome. It's another WTA 1000 event. Last year, she was a finalist, which means that she has another 650 points to defend. And then that was her biggest statement. Obviously, she has those points. It's a slower court, so hopefully that is to her advantage. And then she would have, obviously time to work with her forehand, get her into some shape, and hopefully maybe that she can, make it to the final again. But she has another tournament. Obviously, she won the French Open a couple of years before, but last year she was a quarterfinalist. She has more points to defend in Roland Garros, and so she has a lot of points on the line to defend. So I am keeping a very, very close eye on Coco Gauff. And again, right now she is number 4 in the world. That could easily change. She is only 100 points, less than 100 points behind Iga Swiatek, who is number 3 in the world. So, and to be honest, with the amount of points that she has to defend, she could, fall to maybe, I don't know, as far as number 7 in the world, if she does really bad in any of the upcoming tournaments that she has. I mean, there's 3 major tournaments, so we're going to keep an eye on Coco Gauff, keep our fingers crossed, but also keep an eye on our other melanated sisters, Alicia Parks, Haley Baptiste, and all the others who will also be playing in all of these big clay court tournaments that are coming up. So it got my attention.
And as you were talking, I'm thinking about Coco, as you just said, because it looks like she's been losing a lot of momentum this year or this season. But I think about Naomi Osaka, been losing a lot of, momentum as well. Just hope that these ladies can just kind of find their groove back, man, and get back to dominating. But like, we haven't even heard anything else about the possibility of Serena.
Yeah, so that's also another hot topic, right? She's been playing with Alicia Parks. You know what I'm saying? It's so funny because I've been watching Alicia, and her mannerisms on court have been very, very similar, even between points of like Serena, very Serena-esque. And so everybody's thinking that Serena probably is going to make her big return at Wimbledon, probably playing some singles, but most likely playing doubles with Venus, because Venus is still playing tournaments as well. And so that's definitely on the return. Still haven't heard anything definitively, but everyone is thinking Wimbledon. And if I can look it up really quickly, Wimbledon is coming up after Roland Garros, and those dates are, let's see, this looks like it starts June 29th, which is the first day of Wimbledon. So we may be seeing Serena around then, or maybe a little bit before. But again, she entered the anti-doping pool, I think, around like October or November of last year. You need 6 months of doing tennis or practice before you enter a tournament before then. So if you think October, November until now, she's absolutely eligible to start entering into tournaments for play. So that could be happening at any moment. So
Okay. Well, we got us some tennis from Fate. Got a question for you, Jobo. Brody, should the Blues name Robert Thomas the captain of the team next year? If not, then who would you all name as the captain of the Blues?
I've been saying for a bit now I wouldn't name anyone the captain because we've traded so many in years past. Kind of like we've gone through coaches, like crazy. If I had to pick someone, it's between Pareko, Thomas, and Neighbors. I think I know a lot of guys have kind of mentioned. I think Jamie Rivers and Ferrario has mentioned it on the radio as well. That Neighbors just shows, kind of like that Ryan O'Reilly type guy that could be a captain. But right now, I would just no one gets an A, no one gets a C. I'm just letting the boys play because obviously I'm not saying that Shen took it, in a bad way and just no F's given and just did whatever he want because he didn't. But I just think it's thrown around too loosely, and I don't think it matters much anymore. Like Crosby, yeah, you know, it matters to him, but other guys in the league, I just don't see it being a big deal. So I would just nothing.
I'm gonna say for myself, because he's on the rise to taking over that team. If they were to decide, maybe not next year, but down the line, you know, how just like you just said, Joe, maybe not have anyone assign a letter right now. But if they do, I would say go ahead and put that pressure on Snuggie. I'll be cool with that. You know what I'm saying? He's already shown that he's going to be the future. Go ahead and give him that C, and let's see how he rocks with it, man. So
I was
that's right.
thinking about Thomas though. Right.
My whole thing about Thomas is that he was almost traded. And
But sometimes
it's possible he
sometimes
might,
it works though, y'all. Hey, you almost got your butt out of here. We kept you. Get your act together. He ain't been
yeah.
playing bad either, Jobo. Now I know you trying to
Thomas has been on fire since the Olympic
right.
break.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's okay.
If you were asking
you
me,
say Snuggie, and you say who, Jobo?
I said nobody, but I did say
Okay.
if it was going to be somebody, I would choose between Pareko, just because he's been here for so long, Thomas, or Neighbors. Those would be my three guys. But and Thomas, I mean, if you would have asked me last year, I would have said, because I think
Me too.
Shen's name was floated around during the deadline last year, and it didn't happen. But I was like, you know, if he does get traded, Thomas probably needs that C. But right now, just with how wishy-washy the last couple of years have been, and we've been trading away instead of adding on, I don't want anyone having the C. I just think everyone, that the team just is taking everything for granted right now, and I don't like it. So, and then they've talked about it on the radio before as well. So they just don't think they have to play hard right away for some reason, and that's either on the coaching or the players. I mean, the coaches can't make them play harder. You know, it's whether or not the guys actually want to be there, and they showed for a majority of the year this year they don't. So I just don't think anyone deserves it.
All right, Fate. We know that you are the ultimate hockey expert. So who would you give the C to right now if you had a choice?
I wouldn't give it to anyone because I have no idea, like, even where to go with this. I really have no idea, to be honest. Like, I I have no clue.
So let's go ahead, transition from some hockey to some baseball. So it's like every time I come up with the cool title, there's like they do something that made me want to change the title. But I'm gonna go ahead and keep it because when I made this title, they lost 3 in a row, right? Now they won 2 in a row. So it's like, okay. So, but this is what I said last week, and what I've been saying going through the season is that you're going to have a stretch of ups and downs with this team. But the thing that's going to be different, as they have already shown, is that it's going to be fun and engaging, regardless if they win or lose, because you have the youngest team in the league. No one on the team has been an all-star previously. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's truly seeing a build, but it's not like one of those teams where everyone just sucks. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, can no one do anything? The potential, and I hate using that word, but the potential is there. It's just a matter of, can they finally click like we have been seeing with Jordan Walker. You know what I'm saying? Ivan Herrera, he's slowly now getting back to what he was before. He hit the home run last night. For those who don't know, he had he had a slow spring training because he was nursing an injury. So his timing has been off. But now it's slowly getting there. Mason Wynn had a slow start. He started to hit the ball. Burley has been pretty much consistent. Victor Scott, he's done so much better now. You know what I'm saying? He's taking the ball the other way. He's getting bunts down, something that he's been trying to do for the last 3 seasons. He's starting to show up a little bit more. The only guy in the lineup that I still just cannot, I don't have faith in right now. You already know who it is, Joe, so go ahead and say his name.
Is it Pedro?
No, Nolan Gorman.
No. Oh, Gorman. I was like, Pedro Baez. You can go on Artemis 3.
Pedro hits more
Okay.
than Nolan Gorman.
Okay. Yeah, and it's funny is because your title to this, it was all good just a week ago. Because last week I was like, Gorman's like, his at bats, they're fine to me,
Right. You sure did say that.
And I said that, and I'm just like, yeah, he doesn't have an extra base hit other than a couple homers and then some base hits. But then he just went through a week stretch, and they said on the broadcast last night, it's like he's 0-2 right away, and that's just who he is, and that's why I was like, I don't know, like, are we really just sticking with them? Because 2 summers ago we were on the show when Reese was on, or it was the first time Reese was on, so I don't remember what it was, how long ago that was, but I was talking about how I think it's BS that people are on Walker right away saying that he's done, we should trade him, but they weren't saying the same thing about Gorman at the time because Gorman's been up longer, and I think we've seen what we've seen. He is who he is.
And
he's made some good defensive plays, but
you think he's reached his peak?
Yes.
Is it okay? Trade bait at the deadline.
I mean, I don't know who's gonna want him.
That part.
Like if
everybody is out because we don't know by now. Then when injuries happen, we have potential contenders.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think if I can't even say the Dodgers because they got so many freaking players on their team. I was gonna say if Muncy gets hurt, they got Mickey Rowe and they can go get anyone else. But I'm just trying to think.
Edmund, and he
and Edmund hasn't even come back yet. But for example, say if the Yankees for some reason wanted to trade for Gorman, I could see that short porch lefty. He can run into one here and there, something like that. But you're not going to get anything for him. You'll probably get some sunflower seeds, but you're not even going to get a bucket of balls. You're going to get sunflower seeds.
She is not happy tonight, Joe.
Well, I'm just being honest.
Unhappy camper about the Cardinals tonight. Okay.
So here's my thing. Here's my thing about because. And this is all respect to someone who we had on this show years ago, Randy Carricker. He always mentions how Gorman had that one decent season. You know what I'm saying? OPS was 891 or whatever. He had, a lot of bombs that one year. But the whole thing, just like in sports, is that was before teams figured you out. Now teams have figured you out, and he has not made the adjustment. That's the issue. And it's been 6-7 seasons now, and you have not made the adjustment. Yes, it's been about 6 seasons.
I know that's what I'm trying to look up now.
That he's been on the team, and if 6 seasons hasn't shown you just who you are, then that's a problem. So the way to handle him is when he is striking out a lot, he can't start. You have to prove
5th year.
Okay, 5th year. So you have to still that's enough time.
Yeah.
Enough games. You know what I'm saying? But he is a real streaky player. He'll have a game or two where he'll hit a couple bombs. But I mean, even last year, he didn't even have more than 10 home runs last year. I don't think. It was that bad. But if you continue to show these inconsistencies, you cannot be starting every game.
You know what? Right now, though,
or something. Why they keep listen before you answer that? Because the Cardinals blew up the roster. We pretty much started over for the most part in general. Retool, revamp, whatever. Everybody is like you said. There's no all-stars. There's no has-been people on this squad. So everybody has a chance to prove themselves. If he has already in his 5th season still hasn't proven himself, you're saying why keep him around, right?
I'm saying don't start him every game. You know what I'm saying? He shouldn't be the de facto starter. I'd rather play Ramon Urias. You know what I'm saying?
Defense good thing. Why do you keep starting him? He had superb, like how Victor Scott's defense is great. Is it like that level? Like, okay, your offense up, but we need your defense. Is it that?
They're just trying to give him as much time as possible.
Right.
They're just trying to let him prove himself. That's literally all it is.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to jump in and kind of say the same thing. I just think that everybody is so inconsistent, over the past several years with the Cardinals. And I think the expectation is what kind of sets it up for failure. You know what I mean? The Cardinals have been World Series team. You know what I mean? And then you come and then you have this lull over the last several years, inconsistencies in offense, lack of dominant pitching, and then you have like terrible bullpen swings late in games. It just hasn't been a very consistent outlook for the Cardinals or output for the Cardinals. And I think that the people that they brought in to be able to like make the changes have also been inconsistent. I just don't think that they have been showing up the way that they expected them to be.
And then Brody, he brought up earlier 14 home runs and 25. That was his best year. And he's right. Gorman should be hitting at least 20. Like the perfect comparison that I've seen
Don't
with
say it.
Gorman, Kyle Schwarber.
Yeah, no, I don't even like that. I don't even like that compare. I remember BK on the radio like 2 years ago was saying, "Oh, he could beat Kyle." Stop. Kyle Schwarber hit 50 homers last year. We gotta stop this nonsense.
And
It's not happening.
So the only reason why that comparison hasn't put out there is because Kyle Schwarber was known to always strike out a lot, but then it finally clicked where he will strike out still, but more times than not when he made contact, it was out the ballpark. So we were hoping that Gorman, he might still strike out maybe once or twice a game, but then he'll still hit at least a home run every 10 or so at bats. He'll still be a threat. And that just has not happened with Nolan Gorman. And
So
now
23 and 2023, which was a dreadful year in Cardinals history. He did have 27 homers. He struck out 148 times. But I mean, that was in 119 games. So like, yeah, I mean, if that's what you get consistently, then that's fine. And he could, I will give it to him. He does play good defense, and I do think if he gets to consistently play third base like he came up as, that will continue to get better as well. But it's kind of like a shoddy thing because you said, yeah, like Ramon, he's probably the guy to play every day. But if we're doing this whole rebuild thing, let the kids play. You throw Gorman out there. You don't have anyone else in the minors to play third. And I'm sorry, so JC doesn't do it for me. So, I don't know. I guess you're just dealing with Gorman until someone in the minors proves that they could do something really.
And it's a real fine line with wanting to keep playing him, but then it affecting him mentally that he's not having success. So now you got to keep an eye out on that because mental health does matter, in sports, where if he's not seeing the success, you're going to start seeing it after every at bat of him striking out, looking depressed, like he just lost his best friend or his dog or seeing Joe react like that because
what do you think? What do you think I just watched happen?
Probably the Astros.
The big man, Jordan.
Yes,
Ooh, and Lord. Okay. All right. You know what? Finish the Cardinal talk, and I gotta talk about something baseball wise.
Well, no, that was it, man. Just pretty much the inconsistencies of Gorman. You just can't keep running him out there as a de facto third baseman. He has to start earning it now. He's at that point. But Brody brought up a question. What are your thoughts regarding Nathan Church? I like him. Should they keep him as a starter when Newt returns? No, he'll be the perfect fourth outfielder for the team, especially like in certain late game situations where you want to put in a righty versus a lefty for Victor Scott late in games. That batter happens, then he can play center field late game. So I say, because Newt, when he's right and he's healthy, he's a great player. You know what I'm saying? He's a great all-around player. He can hit lefties, he can hit righties, very solid guy, excellent defender. You know what I'm saying? So if he's healthy, we're good. But Nathan Church, to me, perfect fourth outfielder, good to go. The question should be going back to your Pages thing.
Oh my gosh.
Is how long will they stick with him until they bring up Crooks? Because Crooks is saying, hey, knock, knock. Can y'all hear me knocking at this door? I'm banging this door loud because he got an arm. You know what I'm saying? So he can catch, but he's showing that he got that offensive bat too. So he's making noise. And you got the other guys Bernal and Rodriguez, the catchers in the minor leagues, who need to have that time in AAA because they'll be coming up the pipe. You know what I'm saying in the next couple of years. But the clock is on Pedro Pages. I do have to say that.
He's not even great defensively, so I don't even know what we're doing. I really don't. It's very frustrating, and you know what his game plan is when he comes up to the plate. He's challenging awful calls that are clear as day balls. So I don't know. It's just
He did good today.
yeah. Ooh, first game of the year, he did good. Like I don't know. But I want to say something about Nathan Church for one. Is last night that game. I told Brennan as soon as that game was over, is that right now is the difference between this year and the last couple years is because last couple years you got guys, well, at any of them really, but you'll have guys like Nootbaar or Nato or Goldie trying to hit a homer there, whereas Church would just try to put the ball in play, put the ball in the air, and we score, we walk it off. They're just doing little things right now. And then today, I was just saying last night, like, why the hell are we not stealing more? Walker, when he's not hitting homers, if he's on base, he can swipe bags. Mason Wynn can. Victor Scott sure as hell can. JJ can. And what happened today? They all freaking swipe bags today. So, and we're always talking about Whitey ball. We want to bring that back. That's what I like to see. They're playing, some decent defense. They're swiping bags now and hitting homers. So, just the little things that I agree. Church, I don't think he's an everyday player, but he's like the perfect fourth outfielder. You need a substitution late in the game. He can go in there and, swipe a bag for you as well. So that, he is what he is. When Newt comes back and he's healthy, he's your outfielder.
Yeah. I was gonna say something. Oh, Ryan O'Reilly. He's been showing me something as a closer. So
Yeah.
I've been impressed. Shouts out to him. Matt Savanson. I was telling Sadal last night. I said, "Oh, I don't trust this dude. I don't trust him. He's been terrible." And then he came out last night and had a nice outing. So I was impressed. Hopefully, that's the start of something big. But but just overall, like I said, we're going to have our ups and downs. But this team is a competitive team.
Yeah, we've had 7 comeback wins now.
Yeah. So,
out of our 9 or 10. So
yeah.
I mean,
yeah. So this is one of those teams that even if they down by 4 runs, they're not out of it, and that's all we ask for is to keep us engaged. We may finally have a guy that people want to come to the stadium and see, in Jordan Walker. What JJ Weatherholt did last night, hitting 2 home runs and one off of a lefty opposite field, that showed a whole lot.
it sounds like you just have to go to all the games because JJ just likes to hit homers when you're in his presence.
Oh, thank you for reminding
me. You never
me.
said it last week.
Thank you for reminding me. Okay, so yeah, so once again, JJ Weatherholt, he's already proven he's that dude. So like these other players in the league, been getting these contract extensions already. Cardinals, make it happen. Don't be stupid. Make it happen. But the story that
Bunny's a smart guy, we see that, so we should be good.
But what Joe was talking about is I went to the home opener and it was JJ's second at bat and he hit a home run and the ball landed in what they call it, the freeze landing, or in the grassy knoll area. So for those who didn't see it, because they may not have showed the whole thing on TV, but before the game, it was this guy that was throwing out beads to all the Cardinal players. You know how they have the opening day ceremony, the Clydesdales, and they have all the cars and everything. So each player, he's throwing out beads, players catching it, whatever. Then he's throwing out beads to the people in the stands. So that's that guy. So when Weatherholt hits that home run, the ball lands in that grassy knoll area. He jumps up out of his seat and goes into the grassy knoll area. Now, for those who are familiar with Busch Stadium, the rules are if anyone jumps into that area, you will be immediately removed from the stadium. That's usually the rule. So, without any doubt, without any thought, he jumps, goes into the grassy area, grabs the ball. Now, this was JJ Weatherholt's first ever hit, which was a home run. So baseball tradition usually is the player who gets, if a rookie gets his first ever hit, any kind of milestone thing, the player usually gets the ball back. So as the fan or the man from the stands, he gets the ball, he puts his hand in the air like, yeah, I got it. Then he jumps from the grass snow area back to his area, right? But instead of going back to his seat, he starts to do a tight walk on the outfield wall where he was like inches from falling into the field more than going back to the stands. So he's doing a whole tightrope. And then I didn't realize until afterwards, but he slid someone else the baseball. And then everyone else was like, hey, yeah, yo, go, yeah. You know how people are when they drinking or whatever. Oh, yeah, go, bro. And so he's celebrating, but then he runs back to the stands, runs up the aisle, and you have about 4 or 5 security people trying to chase him. We didn't see him no more. There was like maybe the 3rd inning that home run happened. We didn't see him no more. I thought he was gone, but he came back like around the 6th or 7th inning. So I don't know if he went to a temporary jail, Jobo. I don't know what it was, but he came back. I don't know the full story, but I'm just assuming he probably was his place somewhere, and then he came back at the end of the game. So I wish I would have recorded that moment with my phone. Normally I record all the stuff, but this year I was like, man, I just want to sit back and enjoy. And of course that would happen like literally within 10 feet from me. All that happened. But yeah, go ahead, Joe.
Do we know if JJ got the ball then?
I believe he did. Yeah, he did.
Okay.
Yeah,
you said it was being passed around all over.
Yeah. So yeah, the man who got the ball from the grass in no area, he passed it to someone else. So I'm just assuming they already knew the whole baseball thing, about giving it to the player, because they showed after the game a part where I think Ali or I think it was Newt. I think he gave JJ the ball. So he does have it. But that was my crazy opening day story. I keep forgetting to mention, and it's been almost a month, but we're here.
Well, here's a question for you guys. If you guys caught one of these young prospects first homer in the stands, usually you can get something in return, like, hey, I want a picture and a bat. Like, what would you guys ask for?
Great question. Bunny, you up first.
Batter up.
Like cool bat.
I can use it both ways. Yeah, cool bat for show, display, yeah. And at the same time, being from the Lou and I'm proud, represent. And thirdly, just in case somebody want to act crazy while out on the streets.
Girl, you better not be using an autographed bat to whoop some butt.
Ma'am. Time and place for everything. And you got to do what you got to do.
The thing has to be on display, hanging up.
Right. However, just in case, when I walk the neighborhood, I do it by myself only every blue moon. I just got to listen. You don't have to get ready if you stay ready. That's all I'm saying.
Nuts.
Maybe it's because I'm from St. Louis or something. I don't know.
It's par for the course.
Fate, you up?
I take a check. Is that an option?
Yep.
Write a check.
Get that money.
Check me, please. Thanks.
I wonder if you could be like, I'll take season tickets the rest of something stupid. But no, I think I would honestly like. I don't know if you saw the picture of Kevin McGonigal with the fans that got his first home run ball, but they all got to take pictures with him in the dugout, and they got a bat and a ball. I think like that would just be so sick.
Yeah. And me, I'm getting the package. I want a photo with the team. I want season tickets. Probably ask for some money.
You want all of the above.
Yes. But and lastly, because I have the Sports Talk Show Network, I want to have that player on the show.
Yeah, that would 100%. Like, yeah, if you gotta be like, all right,
should be a given right there. That's a given.
Yeah, got to make that happen. Let's see. We have a comment here.
Oh, okay.
Brody says for me to give the ball to the player himself. However, a game used bat or a signed ball would be nice.
Yeah, like it's 100% like I'm meeting you, I'm shaking your hand, and I'm taking a picture with you, and that's that. That's like a given. Yeah, that'd be dope. Um, I just want to say one name in baseball that's making me extremely happy right now, other than the guy that's on the back of my jersey.
Mike Trout.
Michael Nelson Trout, baby. Let's go. Are you guys seeing this?
Michael Trout.
Woo! And him and Judge are putting on a show in the Bronx in the series. The other night, they both hit 2 homers. And by the way, it was really weird. There's like 8 guys in baseball that hit 2 homers
Right.
in the same night.
That was
Like
Monday.
yeah, that was really freaking weird. Nato was one of them. He had his first 2 homers of the year, so good for him because
he can hit.
His baseball savant is very blue.
Yes,
But no, so happy for him. But no, Mike Trout, I'm extremely happy for him. The dude's roping the ball all over the field, and it's baseball's better when Mike Trout's healthy and hitting bombs. So I just
and Brody just read my mind because so one thing is yes, he's doing amazing, but can he stay healthy? Second thing is,
hey, you guys say that, but he went 10 years of not ever being hurt. Just so we know that.
But this leads to my next point: is that as healthy as he's been, he has still not been. He's only been to 1 playoff. That's the issue, which leads to this point here: should he demand a trade because he's not going to get it with Anaheim, Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim? It's just not going to happen. And yes, we know that he signed some extension maybe a couple years ago, but you can get out of that. Joe, if you're Mike Trout, do you go ahead and say, as much as I love Anaheim or LA, whatever we want to call it, do you go ahead and say, hey, I've done all I could, I need to move on?
Years ago, I would have said that.
But now to stay?
No, I'm saying like to this day, I'm still
okay.
I'm saying years ago and today, I would have been saying that if I was Mike Trout. Like, I mean, all you got to see is like, hey, your buddy Shohei, who was on your team with you, left you guys and has won back-to-back World Series and back-to-back MVPs.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't even have to be with the Dodgers because, oh my gosh, I would hate that. But I don't know. He seems to see the ball pretty good in freaking New York, which I would hate that even more. But still, like, I just want the guy to have success in October.
Right.
And I wonder if Brody saw this. Stephen A was just talking about that on social media on his show the other day about like he needs to demand a trade. I don't think he's going to. I think it's something with him that he just wants to be with one team for his entire life, and that's probably something important to him. And him and his family live there. And
don't do it, Mike.
I know. I mean, I agree. Like, I don't think I could do it. Like, you imagine if Philly wanted him, and that's from about where he's at. And speaking of, like, Philly's off to a really weird, crappy, average start this year. There's been a lot of weird, bad, crappy teams this year early on, but Mike Trout could definitely help a handful of them. So, but yeah, I mean, if I was him, yeah, get me the hell out of there. But he, for some reason, doesn't want to do that.
And speaking of getting the hell up out of here, Bunny got to go ahead and go. So thank you for your time, Bunny, and you have a great rest of your week and month. And we'll see you next month for Ladies Night.
Yes, sir. Thank you all. Have a good one.
Bye, Bunny.
Bye.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's like Trout's last couple injuries has been like, oh, he got hit in the hand and now I got a broken hand. Like, what is he supposed to do about that? You know? But
just bad luck.
It is. He's just had bad luck the last couple of years. But I mean, he went 10 plus years of winning 3 MVPs and Silver Sluggers and being the dude. And I think him doing this in the Bronx right now just reminds people of who he is and how good he is when he's healthy.
Yeah. So once again, this is your Wednesday night sports delight, the Platform Sports Talk Show. This is the main show. I am your boy Smooth, and to the right of the screen, right underneath the QR code, holding the big jug, we have.
I need a drink. I'm sorry, I'm thirsty.
There we go. We got Faith. Say, go ahead, get your son. And then, look at that big old thing. Lord, Lord, Lord.
My, I thought my cup was big, but my lord,
I mean, it's like it got even bigger.
it's like it's bigger and bigger every show.
And then, of course, holding things down from the Boondocks, we have.
Joke.
There it is. So I hope y'all been enjoying so far these segments. Get them shares going. Leave comments in the show. Let's interact with you all. And let's talk about a team that or a program that we rarely talk about anymore. And it's very sad. You know, it's not our intentions that we don't talk about it, but we just don't have any reasons to talk about them. And they came up in my mind. I'm like, let's just give them a little bit of light because from what I'm seeing with this record, they ain't doing anything else. St. Louis City SC, man, it was all good just 3 years ago.
Just 3 years ago.
It was so good.
I mean, we came out like, whoa, who is this squad? And, you know what I'm saying? We were like this close. I'm like getting, further in the playoff and everything. And ever since then, it's been womp, 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 womp.
Hey, at least we got Berkey.
Man, but now the good thing from what I'm understanding is that the games are still sold out, at CDSC.
Yes, it's high energy, sellout crowds. It's an expansion, like one of the best expansion teams in the league still.
Yeah.
And nothing.
But now we are truly playing like an expansion team. That's the issue. And
yes.
I mean, it's been so many coaching changes, a new president of hockey, soccer operations, of football operations. Just been so many turnovers, players leaving. I'm still surprised that we do have Berkey still for real.
He likes it here. I mean, shoot, like we just said with Trout. I mean, the dude he signed an extension. He loves it here for some reason. I mean, I don't know. It is crazy how hot it started, and me and B were excited to watch them every single weekend, and it's died down quite a bit. But yeah, like you said, and why I can mention like the WNBA again is like the Battlehawks and City SC. They always show up and show out no matter what. So that's why I think St. Louis could support any type of professional sport. I really do because of that.
Right now, after 7 matches, excuse me, for the football people out there, 7 matches played, they have only won 1 game. They have 3 defeats and 3 ties.
1, 3, and 3.
Yeah. For a measly 6 points, which is currently 14th in the Western Conference. And the top team right now is Vancouver. They are 6-0-1. San Jose is also 6-0-1 with 18 points each. So yeah,
bit of a difference,
man. And I still want to go because the wifey now went to a St. Louis City SC2 game last year, but we haven't experienced going to the main team. So still want to check out the game. Hopefully, I will still go this year. But yeah, man, it's not looking good right now. And I hope, because you know how St. Louis is that it gets to a point where if we're not seeing changes, what we're seeing right now, Busch Stadium could possibly happen down the road in CDSC, Energizer Park. It can happen where you start seeing more seats than you see people. Yeah. So we can't just say because they in St. Louis and whatever else, and we're a soccer hotbed, whatever. If you don't start seeing some winning on the field, you're gonna start seeing less people.
You know what though? With City SC, I don't know, because Jets fans still fill out their stadium for football stadium for the football season, and woof, Okay, so that's all I'm saying about that.
Yeah.
It's been 2 really bad years, and it's still pretty stacked. And I want to
And
say
it took a long time for Cardinals fans to stop coming to baseball
yeah,
games.
that's true.
It took them a while.
My sister did a 5K last weekend, and it ended right next to the stadium, and it's beautiful down there. That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying. I love St. Louis.
And I forgot. Well, matter of fact, I'll save it for the end. I'll save it for the end. I don't want to go back on the topic, but I'll save it for the end of the show. So, well, that'll be it for CDSCC. Just like that, you know what I'm saying? Because they haven't done nothing, the segment
Just as
ends
good as they were.
just like that. So, you mentioned the Battlehawks, man. Go ahead and do your call, JoJo.
Caw-caw!
There we
I
go.
heard Nelly was down there performing at Battlehawks.
Yes. So I went to the home opener. Miss Dub was there, took a picture. Sadal was there as well, and Nelly and the Lunatics. Speaking of the Lunatics, one of the Lunatics actually left a like on Facebook. Shouts out to Kiwan.
Shouts
He
out to
Nice.
Keywan,
Yeah.
liking.
So I'm not sure if he's still watching right now, but he did just show love, leaving a like. So thank you very much. We asked everyone else, get them likes, but definitely hit that share button for us. Let's get even more people tuned in to the platform sports talk show network. But going back to the Battlehawks, they're 2-1 right now, and they had probably their most thrilling game of the year thus far this past weekend against Birmingham. And the storyline was amazing because the coach of the Birmingham Stallions was former Battlehawks QB, someone who I couldn't stand, but Stan loved him, but I couldn't stand him. That's AJ McCarron, former Alabama player. I believe his girlfriend was famous for the famous Brent Musburger comment during the national championship game years back. He talked about AJ McCarron's girlfriend in the stands like the whole game, more than commentating the actual game itself. But anyway, AJ McCarron is the head coach of Birmingham Stallions, and so coming in, it was like, of course, he wanted to come to St. Louis and win the game, right?
Hmm.
And right now, well, Ricky Pro, the head coach of the Battlehawks, declared that it's not a QB controversy. It's already put in stone who is going to be the quarterback. But coming to the season, it was Brandon Silvers. And even from game one, if you have watched the game and missed Dub, please let me know in the chats as well. But he just was not in sync with his receivers. It was plays where he's throwing it deep while they're making a 5-yard run, what I'm saying, route. Be throwing it off, just no kind of rhythm in the pocket. Now, granted, the first game of the season, and I said this last week, but they had stone hands. Some of them players just couldn't catch the ball. I think Sadal said, oh no, he's talking about Brandon Silvers. He said that Brandon Silvers couldn't throw the ball in between the gateway arch. Like, that's how bad he's been. But it just got to a point last game that he just was not in sync, and the switch was made by Ricky Pro, and now we have a new quarterback, Harrison Frost. Now he came into the game and threw two interceptions. One was a pick six, and so we like, oh my god, like it was looking bad. The Battlehawks was down by like maybe 3 touchdowns, but then in the fourth quarter, someone must have went to church during the game, must have saw a priest. Something must have happened because all of a sudden the team caught fire and came back and won that game. But we do have to, once again, as the title says, a QB problem. I'm just hoping that this wasn't one of those games where he just had a moment, but then the next game, after tape has been put out on Harrison Frost, that now he doesn't do anything or starts bad the next game. But it has been an issue with the offense, and Miss Dub says she agrees. They were in sync, but some of the receivers were dropping catchable balls. Brody says the defensive backfield for the Battlehawks is amazing. And that yes, so the defense can hold things down because a lot of the points that Birmingham scored last game was off of a pick six. That's pretty much how they scored last week. But we have to get that QB together, man. We have to get that together, and hopefully Harrison Frost and Sadal said something last night. Like you can market that name, Frost. You know what I'm saying? Think about ice cold or he just too cool or he frosty, something like that. So hopefully he just does something that can allow this team to not have to keep on playing from behind and they can start scoring more points. Because as you brought up last week, Joe, that with the UFL, something that's going to bring people to the seats is seeing more offense. So hopefully that's a start with this Harrison Frost guy coming in. Hakeem Butler, he's been the wide receiver for the Battlehawks, I think every year, at least outside of maybe the first year. He should be in the UFL Hall of Fame because he's been with them for so long and being productive. He had an opportunity with the Bengals, but didn't make the team in the NFL. But he's been a solid guy. But we just want to see this offense do better. Have you been able to see any of the games, Joe or Faith?
No, we haven't watched any games yet, because life be lifing. But I was because when you guys were talking about the quarterback problem last week, and you mentioned what was his name, Teamu.
Yeah, Jordan Tiamo.
That's like the only QB that I liked, and then COVID took that from us. Andy, it was easy on the eyes.
I like Brody's comment. Hopefully, Frost time as a Battlehawks QB is not starting to melt. About yourself, right? Faith?
No, I haven't had a chance, but to be honest, I think it's something that I want to start, tuning into. It's gonna be good.
Yeah, so I'm planning on taking the wifey and her mom for the next home game in May. So the wifey been to a couple of games already, but her mom hasn't. So I look forward to her enjoying that experience. And you got to go to a game too in person. For those who had not been to a game, it is really exciting. The atmosphere is amazing. They have a DJ. So as soon as I say DJ, the wifey loves it because she wants to have a DJ at Busch Stadium playing in between innings. So the atmosphere is amazing.
Instead of
right. Yeah, she want people twerking on dugouts and
yeah, right. At Busch Stadium, that'll be the day.
you know what I'm saying?
Girl, that's not happening in any stadium, okay?
maybe in the WBC, but
yeah, that.
But no, she definitely wants to have. I mean, she definitely loves to go to an experience where it's just mad energy, mad music, and that's what the Battlehawks bring. It's definitely exciting, and the people do come out now. Compared to years past, the attendance hasn't been as good as it used to be because we used to have all three tiers of the stadium, not all the way full, but be a nice amount of people. I think they may need to go back to just keeping, and Miss Dub, let me know your opinion. But I think until they reach a certain point where they're forced to, like they was back in year one, just have the lower bowl available only. You know what I'm saying? Have that mud pack out, and then if it's not getting too stuffy, then open up the second tier. You know what I'm saying? Because it'll look better on TV, and then you get more people closer to the field, and that's going to help out the Battlehawks players. So I think that they should focus on keeping that lower bowl open only by itself, and then if it gets to that point where okay, let's open up the next level, then do that. But we'll see. But one thing for sure that Sadal said last night, he does not want to see the Battlehawks play in CDSC stadium. Because that's been the word is that they want to have all the UFL teams. And I believe every other team outside the Battlehawks are playing in a soccer stadium now because, a lot of teams aren't getting more than 10, thousand people. So if we put them in a 20,000 seat stadium, like an MLS stadium, it looks better. You know what I'm saying? So they want to have the Battlehawks play and Energizer Park, but I believe St. Louis City SC already said no, that ain't happening. And I think we just want to have the St. Louis wants to show the reason why they are the hub for UFL, because UFL definitely depends on St. Louis to bring it, and we have done that. Miss Dub says not a bad idea in regards to having the lower bowl, having the lower bowl be the only access until when people say, okay, now it's getting to whatever, now open up the next level. Miss Dub also says she's close to the field now, right behind the Battlehawks bench. And it was great to see the players come up to interact with the fans after the game. Yeah, so they whether they win or lose, they normally interact with, you know what I'm saying, with the fans. So that's always a good thing. But it's really a nice atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? It's family oriented, but you know they play certain songs. You want to, you know what I'm saying, do a little gorilla dance and twerk on the headlights. You know, you can do that. You know what I'm saying? You want to go ahead to get your dance on, whatever. It's all good. But it really is a good atmosphere. That and going to a Blues game.
Yeah.
I always say, Faith, and I probably say it 50 million times, but going to a Blues game is like going to a big oversized bar. It really
I've definitely gone to at least a dozen Blues games in my life, and this is one of the highlights. I enjoy myself every time I go. And not the, I don't enjoy watching hockey on television, but definitely enjoy hockey in person. For sure.
Yep. So, real quick, because we did bring this up earlier, so I'm not gonna do too much on it, but the NBA once again is underway right now. If last night was any indication of how the NBA playoffs are going to be, we are in for a treat. If you didn't see the Hornets and the Heat game last night, LaMelo Ball, his first postseason appearance, they advanced right at the end of the buzzer, pretty much against the Heat, and then the Portland Trailblazers came back and defeated the Phoenix Suns. So both of those teams, well, actually, the Hornets advanced to face now the winner of the 76ers and the Magic, who play tonight, or probably playing right now, while the Suns have, while the Blazers have advanced and they will face off against the Spurs this weekend. While tonight you have the Clippers and Golden State. The loser of that game is out for the playoffs. The winner will play against the Suns, who are waiting on them. So the Suns get two chances for one victory because they were the 7th seed. And in the East, the same thing for the 76ers and the Magic. Whoever wins that game, they advance on to face the Celtics. The loser will face off against the Hornets, and that will determine the 8th and final seed. So if last night was any indication, we are in for a treat for the NBA playoffs. Now, I know, Faith, you have not been that happy about the NBA, especially regular season. Does that change now because it's the playoffs and now everyone takes it serious? Don't no one want no days off. It's all about now going for that trophy.
Yeah, it actually does. It does make some changes, even though I know there has been some controversy, with talking about like low management, players, elite players, players who are, team captains and or, like team, team franchise players who are, on low management or taking it slow up, up into the postseason, or especially players like Giannis. That's been a controversy. But I'm excited about the postseason, to be honest. I'm actually excited for the first time in about 15 years for the Eastern Conference. I'm looking forward to watching the Detroit Pistons play. I'm looking forward to them. And to be honest, I'm looking forward to the Magic. I'm recording the game right now. Looking forward to watching that. If they're, I don't know if they're playing right now, but whatever is playing right now. But I'm looking forward to the Magic playing. But I'm recording all the games right now to go back and watch them when I'm off of here. But looking forward to that. looking forward to Wemby. Everybody's looking forward to that too. And yeah, I mean, looking forward to the playoff picture. I haven't had a lot of good things to say about the NBA, but hopefully they can show me something different going into the playoffs this year.
Yeah. So like you said, oh, sorry about that. Let me mute this TV. But yeah. So like you just said, a lot of people. What the? I just said mute.
Right. Because we all want to see the playoffs.
You
You
know
got
what
a
I'm saying?
ghosty in the
One
house.
seat.
There we go. Okay. Well, now I was saying that as you were alluding to, a lot of people don't really be excited about the regular season because a lot of people a lot of players take off and whatever else. But when it's playoff time, the lights are bright, the pressure is on, and it's like, okay, who's
Time to
gonna
go.
shine away or who's gonna step up? So that's what it is. And yeah, right now the Magic and the 76ers are playing, but it's a commercial, so I'll see in a second who's winning. I could probably go online and find out. Miss Dub maybe watching, so she can give us an update too in regards to who's winning the first game. But yeah, so
I like
exciting
the
time.
Magic. That was my team back in the day. Everybody knows my favorite basketball player is forever and will ever be Penny Hardaway. So
Okay,
Magic forever.
so T-Bone before moving back to St. Louis, he stayed in Orlando for some years. So he was like, okay, Brody's saying that Philadelphia is up 79-74 right now.
Ooh,
So,
it's not just tight.
yeah.
Tight.
So, like I said, exciting time. But yeah, T-Bone, he was a resident Magic fan because he was staying out there in that area until he came back to St. Louis. I'm not sure if he's still a big fan now, but yeah, Magic they had their time of being down, but they do have a much better squad. They are much more competitive. I think they've been in the playoffs the last 2 seasons.
Yeah, I actually expected them to be more competitive than they were
Yeah.
at the beginning of the year. I expected them to do a little bit better than they actually are right now. A little bit more competitive, but we'll see. It ain't over yet.
So our last segment, bet that Joe Bo. What you want to talk about? In my Cody Rhodes voice.
Nah, I mean, shoot, I've been kind of cold lately. I did win my bet, like I said earlier. I knew the Astros were going to lose that series, so won a couple bucks on that. Monday, when everyone was just hitting homers, won a couple solo bets. Judge, Schwarber. Wish I would have done Trout. That would have been awesome, but so many people. And then it was funny while we were sitting here because I got the game on the Astros. I was like, I saw Carlos Correa batting, and it was 2-1. I was like, he's gonna walk, and I threw 10 cents on that, and I won 32 cents because he walked. And it's just funny, you could just, I don't know, it was like 32 little ones. That's what my cousin said. But no, I sent it in the chat. I don't get it. Okay, look, this is back-to-back nights. I guarantee this person's a horrible human too, and they're just winning all this damn money. What? You gotta think though. This dude put down $500 and won over 300,000.
My
Shut
God.
the front door.
And then the very next night, he's like, "Okay, I'll just put a lot of that on a next bet." So here, real quick, we'll go back
This can't be real, Joe.
No,
right?
this is legit. Fanatic Sportsbook. They're the ones that tweeted this or X'd it, whatever the hell you want to say. So the first one, they had, Judge for a homer, Nick Kurtz, Kerry Carpenter, Brandon Lau. All that happened, okay? Then the very next night, he used some of that $300,000. He put $1,250 on there, $1,250, and then this is for Cattell, Brendan Lau, Aaron Judge to hit homers, and this dude won 102 back to back fucking nights. Are you kidding me? Could you imagine?
Girl, shut up.
I won what, $75 that one night. And I was like, let's go, and
over $500.
Right, man. Hey, after this show, wifey, we gonna put in $500.
This is freaking nice.
Well, then my cousin texted. He texted me saying that my brother he just won 600 on a bet. So I mean,
And so the odds on this were plus 66, 715. Is that what that says?
Yeah, so that means like there's no freaking way that's gonna happen, and it happened.
And that's how he won $334,000. Shut up.
I mean, the more and more that we do this segment, the more and more I'm going to go ahead and
I'm
get
not even gonna
into
lie
it.
to you. I risk $500 for that.
That's I want to know what his balance is on his app.
Losses.
No, like balance, like what his current balance of money he has
Right.
in his account. You know, and I also want to know, is a lot of this bonus money? Probably not. I've done Fanatics before. They don't really give too much bonus money, but I don't know. Just wild. Like the first night that happened, Brennan told me the next day. I was like, get the out of here. And then the next day it happened again. Back to back nights.
This is
Dude.
insane.
They're just crazy. I think Brennan looked it up and there was he like chat GBT to like, hey, what's the lowest amount of money that won someone like a crap ton? And it was like 15 cents or something like that, won a couple $100 or something. You imagine?
$500 for 333.
I would never in my life throw $500 down.
It's crazy to me. Crazy. Wow.
Especially because Nick Kurtz just hit his first homer over this past weekend in against the Mets. So like it's crazy that you're like, okay, I'm gonna throw Nick Kurtz on there, and then Kerry Carpenter, he's homer or strikeout really, and they were just swept. So it's like now you go into this and you like Judge makes sense. Obviously, you could do 50 cents or $1 every night, and you're most likely you're gonna win half of those bets probably. For Judge, Brandon Lau's been on fire right now with the Pirates, so right now that's a good call. But the other guys he chose,
wow.
Yeah, and my thing is what I like is kind of funny is that how he went back the next day and put in $12.50.
Yeah, he was like, "I'll just use some."
Out of this,
money
I got 330,000.
And that's why I wonder, like, is some of this money that he won from bonus bets because, like during the football season, whenever it first came legal here, you get so much free money. You're like, I'll throw $5 on a bet. Like you don't care if you would do $5, $10, $15, $20 on a bet because it's like, shoot, it's free money. So if I win, then hell yeah, let's go. But when you're just using your money, you're like, I'll do $1 here, $1 there, and try to just add up and win as you win a couple bucks here and there, and it just adds up. But yeah, I couldn't imagine putting $500 down on a bet and it actually going.
That is.
Sorry about that.
Hi. I don't think I would ever.
What's going on?
I don't think.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think I would ever put. I don't know. I don't know if I'd run it back. I don't know. I'd take my $330,000 and be like, thanks.
I'm curious how much, because obviously if you win a certain amount, like that's getting taxed. I'm curious how much of that is taxed.
Yeah, at least 40% of it.
Like you're obviously still getting a really big chunk, but
I can't stand that though.
It's terrible. The amount of taxation is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Give me my money.
Monies. Hell yeah.
All right, so that is our show. But before we end, I cannot end this show without playing this clip because Jobo, doesn't matter what sport it is, there's always something going on when it comes to statues.
Oh,
we've all seen Dwayne Wade statue. Still don't know who that is. We've seen so many different statues that just you be like, whoa. But this one here, I'll just let you see for yourself, and then we'll talk about it afterwards. But check this out, because when this happened, I was like, are you serious? That really happened? And it did. Check it out.
2, 1, here it is. The statue of one of the greatest players in the history of the game.
Yes. The bat snapped.
When they were taking with the reveal.
Yes.
Oh, that
Suzuki.
is terrible.
The funny thing is he made joke of it, made light of it, and said that, Mo Rivera, he's, broke his bat with, with him pitching because he did that to a
Yes.
lot of people. So
Yes.
that's funny,
Those are
but it's just
baseball
funny
days
seeing
I remember.
yeah, just funny seeing him laughing off Griffey laughing, but like, come on, man. Ichiro, you do him like that?
You guys, come on. That is terrible.
And it was like another angle of it, but you just saw Ichiro was like, you see that? You see that? Oh my goodness, but it just crazy. It just crazy.
Oh man.
I mean, but I'd rather have that happen than to be looking like whoever that person is that's supposed to be Dwayne Wade, because
that was bad.
Even like Mike Madonna's statue looked nothing like him. But I want to know who's doing these things in Seattle, because there's that, and then to start the year before their home opener, I don't know if you saw the video of them like have their division championship banner just in a back of a pickup truck, and it's just being rained on as it's being driven to the state. Like, what is going on? Do you guys not care about any of this stuff?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
Yeah, Miss Dub, but that's why you raise it straight up. But also, it seemed heavy too. Anyway, the cover seemed heavy. Why was it so heavy? I don't know. I don't know. It was bad, bad, horrible.
We hope that you all have enjoyed another edition of your Wednesday Night Sports Delight, the Platform Sports Talk Show. Jobo, it's been fun. Faith, it's been fun. See y'all both. Hopefully, next. I'm sorry, you won't be on, but Faith, you'll be available, right?
I'll be here next week.
There we go. So stay tuned for that, and we'll also have a special guest panelist as well. So tune in for the promo for that. Everyone else, make sure y'all go ahead and get them likes, get them shares going. Follow the Platform Sports Talk Show Network all across social media, Facebook, the X, Instagram. Go on YouTube, subscribe, click on that bell. Shoot us an email, platformsportstalkshow@gmail.com. You can also tune in on hot365radio.com or via the app. Hope you all have a great rest of y'all week. Brody, if you're still tuned in, I'm excited about WrestleMania Night 1 and Night 2 coming up this weekend. It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. Should be pretty amazing. Look forward to talking about that next week and so much more. Everyone else, have a once again great rest of your week, and stay tuned, stay smooth.
What you have just experienced was brought to you by Smoooth Productions. Until next time, stay tuned and stay smooth.